Carrefour, the second largest retailer in the world, is one of the first hypermarkets to open in China. Its store concept is a mixture of East and West, and its strategy in China is aggressive expansion. Carrefour has also established a corporate sustainability department at its headquarters in France recently. In order to continue its expansion in China market, Carrefour has to answer a fundamental question. Should Carrefour go green in China? To answer this question, let's take a look at the current situation of the environment Carrefour is in. There is increasing pressure to go green in China due to environmental concerns such as China's energy problems. Much is said, but little is done. This is further intensified by Carrefour's competitors, who have already taken steps to green their businesses. In this race to be green, it will be disadvantageous if Carrefour does not participate. Carrefour's green efforts and substantial experience in France puts it in a good starting position. In addition, the coming Beijing Olympics in 2008 will bring an unrivaled level of publicity that Carrefour can leverage on. People from all over the world can see Carrefour's green initiative in China. Taking all these factors into account, going green in China will be a competitive advantage for Carrefour.
Now that we've identified the need to go green in China, let's look at sustaining this green initiative. To do so, Carrefour has to solve some of the internal and external problems it faces. Internally, Carrefour faces three problems: agency problem, employees' wrong mentality resulting in wrong actions, and its management style. First, agency problem. Managers are usually hired for 1 to 2 years. This explains why they make decisions and take on actions that maximizes short-term profitability but neglects Carrefour's long-term profitability. Managers' implicit competition of who can secure the highest cost savings further jeopardizes the operations. We propose changes in the employment and compensation structures to solve this problem. Contracts entered into with managers should be longer than 1 to 2 years and renewable for good performing managers. And the compensation structure should include factors other than cost savings, such as the amount of sales generated and customer satisfaction, to give it a holistic outlook. Second, employees' mentality and actions. The lack of proper care and maintenance of equipment arises from employees' mentality that it is not part of their responsibility. This creates unnecessary repair costs. To solve this, Carrefour can establish a set of clear and strict rules and regulations and disincentives to govern employees' actions. Third, management style. Each new project is usually headed by a French manager. Due to cultural differences, a French manager may not fully understand the needs and preferences of Chinese customers very well. This has led to large expenditures on unsuccessful projects, resulting in unnecessary costs incurred. We recommend that each new project be supervised by a French manager and a Chinese employee from start to finish. The French manager can also take on the role of a sustainability manager that instills sustainable practices acquired from its corporate sustainability department in France. This enables Carrefour to go green at all levels of operations. Externally, Carrefour faces problems with its equipment. Currently, all its equipment are imported. This results in high import costs, difficulty in their repair and maintenance, and this is aggravated by the fact that these equipments are not very well suited to China's climate. Hence, we propose that Carrefour source for equipment from local suppliers in China. Also, in this way, Carrefour's equipments are still standardized throughout its stores in China.
After addressing the problems in order to sustain its green initiative, Carrefour is now ready to implement it. To implement the green initiative, Carrefour has two options. Option 1. Construct one green store in Beijing that is fully built and operated using the most advanced environmental technologies available. Costs will be incurred for the required technologies, brownfield redevelopment, making everything in the store environmentally friendly, etc. Option 2. Gradual green makeover of all Carrefour's existing and future stores. Such incremental changes will also bring about cost savings in the meantime. We strongly recommend option 2 for two reasons. Firstly, this option has a wider scope. The continuous effort beyond Beijing has a much more far-reaching effect which sustains the green initiative. This results in a greater overall impact. Secondly, The second option provides much risk mitigation relative to the first. Financially, there is a diversification of risk. The gradual green makeover ensures that if problems arise in the Beijing stores, they can be dealt with before implementing the green makeover in stores outside of Beijing. This will ensure more financial stability compared to having one problematic green store with high capital inputs. Economically, by incrementally going green for many stores over a number of years, cost savings are incurred and payback periods are shorter compared to investing a huge capital in advanced technologies for only one store. The support from stockholders will most likely not be lost, as this option is less risky. There is no pressing cash flow problems and hence no compromise on dividends. Furthermore, stockholders may even strengthen support upon knowledge of this green initiative. Socially, by implementing a green makeover for all the stores, accusations of greenwashing are unlikely, because it will not be a one-off event, but rather a continuous effort by Carrefour. Due to the inadequacies of the lead system, Carrefour should design its own standards to review the progress of its green initiative in all of its stores. This will be known as the Carrefour Sustainability Standards (CSS), which will be adopted from the lead system and customized based on Carrefour's environmental goals.
Let us now look at your implementation timeline. It's currently 2006 and the Beijing Olympics will commence in 2008, which is 2 years from now. Time is a constraint, so we propose that you implement your green initiative in your stores in Beijing within the next 2 years before the 2008 Beijing Olympics. At the same time, you should address your internal and external problems, preferably within the next 1.5 years before you implement your green initiative in your stores beyond Beijing. In conclusion, we first identified the need for Carrefour to go green in China. Then, we looked at how to sustain this green initiative, and finally, we discussed its implementation. So back to the initial question of green store or greener stores. We strongly recommend greener stores.